Ready.
Good morning, everybody.
10 seconds. Wow.
Happy Sunday.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday morning. Lazy Sunday morning live stream.
We're back home.
Zombie morning live stream.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, let's welcome people in as
welcome
they trickle in
in.
here.
Yes.
A
Let's
lot of people
welcome
might
in.
not even realize that we're going live this morning because they know that we're supposed to be traveling. Caitlin, Make It Blue, a Disney Adventure, is here first. And then we have Amy from AJC Magic. Yes, we did make great time. And then Matt from Jack Santa Claus Logan. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Yeah, so we left the hotel at 8:30 yesterday morning.
8:31. Exactly.
Yeah, and we came in at 3:10ish this morning.
3:09 or something like that.
Yeah.
So we did it in like 18 hours and 38 minutes.
Yeah. So
which is really good because we did 21 hours on the way down.
Right.
Because we hit traffic in one of the spots and we took a nap in one of the spots. Because we started driving pretty much early in the morning after getting ready.
Yeah.
I didn't need a break.
Yeah.
So
near the end, we were starting to
we're
zone out.
getting fed up and getting irritated by a bunch of jerks
The
in
ways.
their cars. I mean, we were going through
Connecticut. It was Connecticut.
Right at the 8 p.m. mark, we were going through Washington. We had no traffic all day.
No.
And then right around Washington at 8 o'clock at night, from like 8 to 8:30, there was heavy traffic. It wasn't stopped. It was still moving, but it was
4 lanes of heavy traffic.
It was heavy traffic.
4 lanes, yeah.
It's like, what the heck are people doing on 8 p.m. on a Saturday night?
Yeah. We're gonna welcome in Jim from More Sunshine, please.
And then you had people at like 1:30, 2 in the morning around Connecticut and New York. Crazy people.
Yeah.
I mean, you have these guys. You assume they're kids with souped-up cars, and their wheels are candered out like this or whatever, and they have their super loud mufflers, and they're through the highways. It's like, are you insane people?
Yeah, I mean, they were speeding,
nothing better to do.
And it was crazy. And then they would all go off on the same ramp, and then next minute there's 2 more coming. It was a little weird.
Terrorizing the highways.
Yeah. So.
But all in all, it was a very, very good ride home.
It was a very good ride home. The kids were excellent.
No incidents. It's funny because I fixed my headlight. I replaced my headlight. I got a 2-pack of headlights.
Yes, we went to where Carlos
still didn't work. The new bulb didn't work. So I used the second bulb. It didn't work. So I'm looking at all the bulbs. I'm looking at the old bulb and the new bulbs. And usually when you see a bulb that's broken, it's either kind of black inside or the wire is snapped or something like that.
Connected,
Nothing looked damaged with the light bulb. So I'm thinking, okay, now it's electrical with the stupid car. So we drove home. I turned on the fog lights and I had one working headlight and the fog lights. So it was fine for seeing things.
Yeah.
When it got really dark in places that didn't have headlights, we turned on the high beams. It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, because there's no one on the road.
I think by the time we got home, everything was working because the warning lights went out.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. So I don't know what the heck. So it's even more enforcing that it's electrical, and we have to go down to bring the car down. It's only a 3-year-old car.
Yeah.
2017. It's probably exactly 3 years since we bought it. So electrical should not be going on a new car.
Okay, we got to welcome in Vibe Duck 999.
Viaduct.
Yes.
999. Wow.
So I think that's the first time you're here. Welcome in.
Yes, welcome in.
Jim apologizes for causing the traffic in Connecticut, and he didn't know where he was going. That's why he was speeding, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then we also
must have been really lost.
We also have to welcome in Dances with Goofy Adventures. Good morning.
Well, welcome in, everyone. Thank you for stopping in. We weren't sure we were going to have a show. We're like, are we going to do a live morning stream? We were talking about it last night. And we arrived at 3:10 home.
This morning. 3:10 this morning.
We arrived at 3:10 this morning. And
we crashed, right?
We didn't even bother with the luggage. We left it in the car. We came in the house, getting things ready. And then an ambulance comes down the street, a fire truck comes down the street, the second ambulance comes down the street. Our neighbors across the street they're elderly, and so one of them was unconscious, I guess. So they were taken off to the hospital. So we're like, wow, this is.
I thought because it happened right after we got home. I'm like, oh my goodness. We get home at like 3:10. Was one of them up, heard noise, was thinking that there was like a burglar or something like that, and they tried to get to the window and something happened. Next minute, these things show up. So I was like, oh my God, I hope it wasn't us.
I don't think it was.
So we got to welcome in Sophie 14.
Sophie. Cool Cat 14?
Sophie 14.
It's not Sophie.
No. Yeah, that's
not
Sophie.
Our Sophie. It's our Sophie?
I believe that's our Sophie. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, I think that's our Sophie.
I thought Sophie was Cool Cat Sophie.
I don't know. Maybe she's using a different one. I don't know. Sophie 14, are you our Sophie or your new Sophie? We're also going to welcome in Surfer Girl and Bill Steffen. And he's saying that maybe it was water humidity. Could that be? What do you think? Did you see any water humidity in there? I don't know.
No, I didn't see no water. I've had cars in the past where I've had water in the headlights and stuff like that.
Yeah, we've had that.
Nothing like that was happening with this. Again, it's
our Sophie.
It was an easy replace. You take the little bulb out, you put the new bulb in, you plug it back.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of those complicated elbow bulbs that I have in my older car. It was just a flat out easy change, and when it didn't work, I was upset. Remember, when the second one didn't work, I'm like, okay, maybe I got one with a bad bulb. The second one didn't work, I was upset.
Yeah, okay. Amy says that she was surprised that we live streaming. Well, so was I. So when we got home at 3:10, we watched them take our neighbor off to the hospital. And then Amy crashed in his room, which was great because I don't know if you remember before the trip, we had a pipe that was leaking, and they had to cut a hole in Avery's wall. So we had to move his bed. And when we left the house, they had closed up the hole, and we still needed to sand.
We had to come back and just sand it down and
paint.
Find the blue that matches to paint his wall.
So during vacation, he mentioned quite a few times about his bed and his wall. And when we came home, my mom had sanded it down and painted it blue because she knew how he was. So that was amazing to see. So we think,
hooray for Stacy's mom. So now we just have to move that heavy bed back.
Yeah, and rearrange his room. So yeah. Well, it's because it's a headboard. It's also got drawers underneath.
Yeah, so you got to take all the drawers out and stuff like that. And
so that was nice last night when we came home. So I was able to get him into bed.
He wants us to hang up his new poster too.
I know. We'll be doing a haul probably maybe our next video, something like that.
Yeah.
So I was able to get him to bed, and he was dead tired anyway. So I think he would have slept no matter what.
So we came back with a full trunk.
Oh yeah.
We went down with a full trunk. Most of it was full.
A fuller
with food. On the way down, we brought our food with us, and we expected to come back with a lot lesser trunk with some souvenirs, obviously. But we came back with a full trunk with souvenirs and stuff, and some leftover food. But most of the food was just little snacks and stuff like that. But we came back with a lot of souvenirs. For us, it was a lot of souvenirs.
Right, because
we're not talking DePhilly levels.
No, not DePhilly crew levels.
DePhilly crew levels.
Oh, my head still hurts.
And but it was a lot for us. That's we had like 3 carry-ons worth of.
We did. So we went down there with. Wait, first of all, I just want to read the chat. Okay, so you're welcome, Suffolk Girl, for the postcard. Just sending you some love.
Wendy
Luhu, good morning.
Stopping in, saying hello.
Vacation was good.
Vacation was awesome.
I heard that you were supposed to come with with James Ryan. Yeah. So you would have been at Via Napoli with us. So we totally missed you. We were bummed.
Yeah, and that was an awesome meal.
Yes, that was wonderful. So that would have been even more awesome if she was there. So we're a little sad that we missed you, but maybe in the future we can catch up.
We're sad that we missed a lot of people this trip. We weren't able to book up anything because they either weren't in the same park or we had already had we only had like 3 or 4 days that we could do anyways, and those were booked up.
It
We
was.
booked up with other people that we had fun with,
Right,
but
right,
we
right.
didn't have enough time to book like probably
We
the
were planning on
20
meeting up
people
with
we
Donna
wanted to
and
see.
Arjan.
Yeah, we were
We're
hoping to
two
meet up
that
with
we wanted to
them,
make sure,
and
and Samantha and Nick and all. But yeah.
yeah,
Anyway, so that was
didn't
also
happen.
poor planning on our part, but we didn't know what to expect. So,
Yeah,
next year, right?
and again, we're also on vacation, so it's
I
not
know,
like
I know.
we can't book every single night, or the kids would revolt.
Right.
And
I know, but
and then it wouldn't be a fun vacation if you're stressed out about getting to
I
this,
know,
that, and that
true,
thing.
true.
You can't have every minute
Right.
scheduled.
And the kids
Sorry.
did have a lot of fun with all the people that we met and we hung out with. They really had fun. So back to so we got home at 3:10. We were able to get Avery to bed because he was just crashing. And then we decided to leave the suitcases in the car, right? So we all pretty much crashed. And then this morning, you were up early.
Yeah.
I'm
getting old. I can't sleep.
Avery was up before me. I woke up with this massive headache, like right in here. So we went back. Sophie slept till like 10:30.
You were the map
girl, I had my cell phone light.
We had
and the map
we had our
and my
Waze on, but we
glasses.
also had our trip that she was using as a backup.
Yeah.
To make sure
It was pitch
verifying that-
black.
making sure that Waze wasn't bringing us the wrong ways. But sometimes Waze is iffy. Sometimes Waze will bring you off of 95, do a freaking mile loop back onto 95.
It did.
What the hell are you doing, Waze?
It didn't make any sense.
That was irritating. Excuse
yeah.
my bluntness there, but I was ticked off. I said, "What the
Yeah.
heck are you doing?"
Especially at 1:30 in the morning. Like, seriously, that's the last thing you want to do.
We were on 95, and you brought us down this road to show us Joe Hick building. Who knows?
In pitch black.
And then you're going back onto 95.
Yeah, yeah. That was crazy.
But anyway, that's why we run backups with Waze.
Yeah, so we crashed, and then I woke up with this massive headache, which is probably due to trying to read a map in the dark with a cell phone light and with glasses. Yeah, so anyway, so my head's killing me. So suitcases. So when we went down to Florida, we had a big green suitcase that was filled with all our clothes, toiletries.
That weighed at
1 million
least
pounds.
60 pounds.
And then we had 4 carry-ons, which was filled with our food, our drinks, and everything for the entire 2-week trip.
Fucking Gatorades. We had like 80 bottles of drinks.
Yeah, which we
cut down. We cut down from like 130.
Yeah, right. Because we didn't have enough space.
Yeah, it was like we each drink probably at least we go through 8 drinks a day.
Yeah.
So think.
So when we went down there, it was
15 days.
It was the huge green suitcase, the 4 carry-ons, a smaller case that's like collapsible for souvenirs, and then each of us had a bag, like a snack bag, like a backpack at our feet, and then we also had the tech bag
and shoes
and all that, right? Yep.
Sophie's digging with the shoes.
Yeah. So when we came back, so we figured, okay, well, we'll have enough room when we come back.
Rhonda's in a dancing goofy.
So we normally don't buy souvenirs because when we go and fly, we each have a carry-on. So there's not much room
to bring
anything back. So we have to be very mindful of what we bring back.
But we also have had trouble finding stuff that we actually like enough to buy.
True. Yeah.
We have very weird taste or very picky taste.
Well, I think what it was is also like a lot of the stuff that we like are more expensive for some reason. The style of the shirts and stuff tend to be more expensive than just a typical shirt, just so I tend not to buy
everything. Everything is expensive down there.
But I agree, Wendy. The 2 weeks went quick.
I did find 2 shirts that I really liked at the trip that I bought.
Yeah, Sophie found a whole bunch of sweatshirts that she liked, and she usually doesn't get anything or sees anything that she really likes, so we took advantage of that and we bought a whole bunch of stuff. So when we came back, we filled up.
So thank you for the card.
You're welcome.
The postcard. Yes, we sent out a bunch of postcards.
Yeah.
So hopefully you get them.
Hopefully.
They were mailed from where? The Magic Kingdom or
A
Hollywood Studios?
combination of Hollywood Studios and the Boardwalk.
Boardwalk.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we figured that we're gonna have a lot of room for our suitcases. And when we came back with 3.5 carry-ons of souvenirs. One of the fourth carry-on is the remainder of the food. Our green carry-on was filled with the same stuff as that went down there.
The green is a regular suitcase.
It's the big suitcase.
It's not a carry.
Well, no, sorry, the big suitcase. Was chock filled. It came back with the same stuff.
Clothes.
And then the foldable suitcase that had nothing in it on the way down had all the sneakers and shoes in it, and also
you
some
addressed
souvenirs.
it to Surfer Girl, and she still got it.
That's awesome. I know.
It's fine.
So I figured she would. That's why I did
Are
that.
you done boring people with the sizes of our luggage?
Okay, so yeah, so we
have
came
a
home with a
parcel.
lot of souvenirs, which we normally don't do, and we also had some stuff that was outside the bags. Like we got a couple things, artwork, one that Walt mostly gave us, and then one that we picked up, which we'll show all that later. But when we came home,
today at a different street.
yeah, when we came home. Ooh, that's all right. We came home with a big box of Mickey Monthly. I'm assuming this might be our last box. That's why it's big. Yes, no, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So we wanted to open this up and see. Now I gotta tell you, the last box that we opened, there was like the visor that goes and it just has the lid and stuff like that. We got one that was, I want to say it's like gray, and then it had like Mickey ear on it, and I think it just said Mickey in black. Avery wore that every day on the trip. So now I want to get him maybe another one as well.
Those visors, yeah.
Of those visors.
He loved them, and he looked awesome in it. I thought he looked great in it.
Every day he wore that. So out of all the Mickey Monthlies, that was the most used item. Out of all of them. So.
Probably, yeah.
All right, so
Definitely.
Let me see what we have here.
Hands down, definitely. All right, guys. So we have.
Oh my goodness.
What is this?
I don't
Mickey's
know.
Monthly. We have one. Is that one thing in there? Oh, there's a little.
There's another thing here. There's just 2 items in here.
Some confetti.
What is
all right,
that?
so what's in that blue thing?
So we got our box is filled with all this confetti stuff.
Confetti. It's a bigger box than usual.
Yeah, which I don't think they needed as big of a box. But, oh, this is kind of cute. See it? It's an alien dressed up as Flick from It's Tough to Be
Bug's
Above.
Life, yeah.
It's Tough to Be Above. You see that? It's the Buzz Lightyear Toy Story alien dressed up as Flick from Bug's Life.
Okay.
That's cute. What is
and
this?
then we have this. It is 25 by 7-inch note cards and envelopes, 2 each of 10 designs.
Oh, really?
So
That's
let's
awesome.
See what the designs are. See, these are the designs.
We will
got
use
to
those.
see. So they're note cards with envelopes. So I imagine they're just like postcards, or
I don't know. Open it up and see.
5 by 7-inch note cards, not postcards, note cards and envelopes. So maybe they're.
We will definitely use those. I'm big on sending little note.
You are big.
Things on that.
Yeah.
So we can use that instead of just my colorful cardstock stuff.
So, for those of you who are unfamiliar with our Mickey Monthly openings, we have not been impressed with them.
No.
We've gotten some cool things here and there, but basically you're paying $19.99 for the package that we picked, right? Which is pretty much the most basic one that we could get.
Yeah.
But you're also paying $19 per package for shipping and handling. So it's like
crazy.
$40 package for
That's
getting $20
crazy.
worth of stuff, which is blame, and you live and learn, and you learn, and hopefully you don't make the same mistakes again.
Right.
But just so you know, that's where we're coming from.
I like getting the packages, but I'm not impressed with the Mickey Monthly.
I'm not impressed with what you get for the money.
Yeah, if
We
there's
wouldn't do it again.
other ones out there that you feel is worth it, let me know, because we'll probably switch to that.
Pinocchio.
Looks like a
Pinocchio.
book.
Pinocchio's nice. So let's open up the
Right?
book.
It looks like a book.
Ooh, see, open up the book, and there's stuff inside.
I hope so.
And you got nice tissue paper.
Oh, jeez.
And then you have Walt Disney Archive stickers.
Oh.
Look at that. Archive
Those you
stickers.
put on the envelopes.
And then you got a bunch of envelopes.
Oh, wow.
Shall we show them?
Yeah. This is nicer than I expected. Oh, wow.
I guess you get 10 of each design. So this is the first design, Walt Disney's Pinocchio. So what they do, you open them up, and they're blank, so you can leave a note.
They're like
You can write
artsy
someone a note.
fartsy.
So
Wow.
they look really nice. So you're going to use these?
I can use these, unless you think we should keep them. But then if you don't use them,
I don't know. It's kind of tough.
that's all the envelopes I have. So they gave us a bunch of envelopes. Did you get?
So they all the same? Keep on opening the middles. No, they're not all the same.
Give it to me.
So it said, what did it say? 5 of each?
Well, here's 2. I think it's 2 of each. So here's the next.
Oh, you took the thing. What's the plastic thing that was in?
The plastic thing.
The case.
It's here.
Give it to me.
Well, why did you just show them what's inside?
Because on the back it says, okay, 2 of each.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 of each.
There's the 2 that you just
2 each designs. You want to show them?
Here's the next one.
Cricket Heads Pinocchio. Cricket Heads.
Who likes Jiminy Cricket?
Walt
likes Jiminy Cricket.
Walt from Mouse Stuff.
So is it somebody else? Someone likes Pinocchio. Is that Cargo?
Cargo loves Pinocchio.
Hmm.
We got her that pin, remember? The moving
Yes,
parts.
we'll have to send
pin.
her
Pretty
a
cool.
Pinocchio.
T-Town, Mary Ellen, welcome in.
Good morning.
We're going over our Mickey monthly
Monthly
box. We got this box of 2 note cards.
Sarah Girl says that she would frame them.
Yeah.
Because they're vintage. They are vintage. They do look old.
Some of them are very nice.
Look at it. Like, that's amazing. And then they have comments on the back. Hey, where's my glasses?
A dapper Walt Disney shown here shaking hands with a fully articulated Pinocchio puppet maquette.
Yeah, Pinocchio released February 7th, 1940. Publicity photo of 1940.
So yeah.
You gotta read the backs of them.
They're nice. That's what I just read.
Okay.
And then you have, Pinocchio Undersea. Underwater.
These are all like vintage. What does the back say? A partially transformed Pinocchio explores the ocean depths. Visual development. Then it says Lee Blair is the artist. Before animation commences, visual development artists design conceptual imagery to establish the look and feel of the film.
Ray J, welcome in.
Wow.
Jeffrey Resendez, welcome in. Good morning.
We're going over our Mickey monthly.
There's Monstro.
Avery likes Monstro. The legendary Monstro. The whale takes rest among the wreckage of battered and broken ships. Cool.
Battered
there
and
you
broken
go.
ships. Ooh, and this is the blue fairy that makes Pinocchio a boy.
Yeah. In answer to Geppetto's Hartford Welsh, the ethereal.
What?
my Ethereal. Blue fairy arrives to bestow the gift of life into Pinocchio. And then it says, it lists the animators. Here's the next one.
All right.
Some of these are
pretty
nice.
cool. Again,
Look
underwater.
look at
Pinocchio
the
is
gold.
weighted down by a rock.
Oh,
Kind of like
his
Luca
tail.
Brasi. And he's walking on the water.
Pinocchio's epic
trying
journey
to
to find the lost Geppetto.
Search for his papa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to walk down to the beach for
Avery's
the
gonna like
day
this one.
today. Wow. Spending the day at the beach.
I might want to frame this one for Avery's room.
That is a nice day. Bibbidi boxes have different price ranges. Not sure how much their shipping is, though.
Interesting.
Exactly. You got to check into shipping, guys, because, you're buying a box for $19.99 a month. Sounds great. But then you realize that you're getting charged $20 a month for shipping. So.
Right. But I'll definitely look into the Bippity Boppity. I think I want to frame that for Avery's room.
Pinocchio, this is
It's got the gold around
Gideon
it.
and
Long.
J. Worthington Fellow.
Yeah. Avery likes those two characters. He
Does
actually has a photo with them. This is the last one.
And then the last one is this design right here, a candle.
And what does the candle represent? A partially melted candle casts a warm glow upon a corner of Geppetto's work desk. Okay.
It represents light. Light and happiness and hope in the world.
This background painting was displayed in the hallway of the Disney Feature Animation Building for many years. Ooh.
Wow.
Claude Coates was the artist. Well, that's pretty cool. I can definitely use these. So this at least is useful. And then it's neat how it's in the form of a book.
Yes.
So we could also kind of have this out.
Like you're reading Pinocchio.
And, you can put stuff in here. So that's kind of cool, too. I really like that. That's sharp looking. All right. So this is probably the second favorite thing. The first one was Avery's visor because we got so much use out of it this trip. It wasn't my favorite thing when we opened it, but now with him how he used it, and I bet you he'll use it up here too.
Yeah. That'll be great.
I didn't even write down our last thing. Our trip ticket was looking a little head by the time the end of the trip.
Then you were ripping the heck out of it.
It was like we needed to get home. It was falling apart.
We did stop at a McDonald's this time on the way back, which we didn't stop anywhere on the way down because we were worried about. We didn't want to expose ourselves to any unnecessary COVID things before a trip and. On the way down, you stop at these fast food places. We just thought it was an unnecessary risk. On the way back, Avery wore us down. He said, "Hey, I want some McDonald's or whatever," and he got his chicken sandwich at McDonald's. And he got some fries. James Ryan is not in the chat, so you can't be asking us what we're doing for lunch.
I don't know what we're doing for lunch, honey.
When are you going grocery shopping?
I don't know when we're going grocery shopping.
Sometime today. What do you want to do for lunch?
Takeout. He wants takeout. We got to welcome in Eric Newman and Meredith from Philly.
Meredith. Welcome in, guys. I'm waiting while everyone else rides Rock and Roller Coaster. Yeah, we liked Rock and Roller Coaster. We only rode that twice this trip.
We did.
It was good. But again, we were this trip was different. It's different in regards to how much the heat swarms you.
Yeah.
With regards when you're wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And even your glasses, you're wearing sunglasses and the mask can make a difference in regarding how you feel and how much hotter it makes you feel.
Yeah.
So that was something new.
Yes, that was a challenge. James Ryan is on Rock and Roller Coaster with Ron.
Awesome.
That's going to be a good photo.
Yeah, James Ryan was awesome. He was
so nice.
He was always letting us do our own family thing though, but we wouldn't have minded riding some stuff with him. We did ride Thunder Mountain with him.
Yeah.
Avery rode with him.
Yeah.
It's funny, Avery was like he wanted to ride with James, but then he didn't want to approach him to ask him. So we asked James for him.
Yeah.
And so they ended up riding together, which was fun.
Yeah. I mean, what were the odds of?
Yeah, we were in line.
He was in front of us in line. And as we're going through the turnstiles.
We didn't plan it. We didn't say, "Hey, you're in the same park."
Yeah,
like
we
that.
had no idea.
We didn't even know. Yeah, because we had met the night before. We ate at Via Napoli.
Yeah.
And then we went and got the return time for Splash Mountain. While we're doing that, we went on Thunder Mountain.
Yeah.
Using the regular line,
Yeah.
and there was James right in front of us. It was like, wow, it's cool.
So,
But then we ended up riding with him,
mhm.
and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna let you guys go do your family time. Have a great trip, blah blah blah. And yeah, but then we saw him around the park with the Philly crew because they were in the park at the same time, and
Yeah.
Laura and Jamie were in the park at the same time. So we kept
Yeah.
on bumping into them here and there.
Yeah.
And yeah, we bumped into them in Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
Again, we are like 3 people behind the Philly crew and
Yeah.
James and Ryan. So
Yeah.
that was funny. We kept on bumping into them.
Yeah.
And we bumped into Ron and Meredith a couple days later too,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
Friday, our final day, they were all over Magic Kingdom again. So that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. We gotta welcome in Mike Wheeler if I haven't already
Mike
said so.
Wheeler.
And Cheat Meal Food Cat as well.
Cheat Meal Food Cat. Welcome in, guys. Thank you all for joining our live streams during our trip.
Yes.
Those are so fun. We had such a good view at the boardwalk.
We did.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was
loved
we could from our balcony every morning we saw Tower of Terror. We saw the swan and the dolphin and looking down at the pool. So it was
Yes.
great.
And that was all due to a cast member. Your trip
went the extra mile.
and your
yeah.
experience can be totally different depending on what cast member you get, what type of cast member you get.
We did do the shout out for them.
We did.
On the Twitter with the thing. So hopefully they do get recognized.
Yeah, because when we originally checked into the hotel, we had drove the 20-something hours straight and we were dead tired. We had this woman check us in, and I kind of was asking, what is our view, that type of thing. And then
we were asking for the best view for our range.
Right.
Because we had us in the parking lot with a parking lot view. And it was like, is there anything else that's
it was
a better
parking
view
lot.
with that's in our
For the amount of money
slated
we're
room,
spending, we should get better than a parking lot view. in my opinion.
there's different views that you're paying for.
Well, no,
but
I
there's
know.
within that range, there's a parking lot view with a tree in front of you, or there's a parking lot view with a boardwalk, or
right.
you even get a pond or whatever. It's something.
Right,
there are better views.
Right.
There are better rooms in the same range of the standard room or whatever. So we're just saying, is there anything with a better view or whatever
Right.
in that range?
Right.
And she was like,
Catch up.
no. She was like, there's nothing available.
There's nothing available. Yeah, that's what
that
she said.
that's ready, and there's nothing available that you would have to change rooms or something like that or whatever.
Right. So our room wasn't ready
So we
after
went-
driving that many hours as well.
Yeah, we went and sat down in the lobby for a few minutes, and then like there was no one at the check-in counter.
No.
So I had asked her,
No,
I
that
was
place
like,
was dead.
because they weren't expecting it was like 2:30 and we had until 4:00 to get a room, and it was
Yeah.
like so I asked like Stacey, I was like, hey, why don't you go up to that guy and say, hey, we've been driving for 24 hours, is there any way we can put a rush on our room or whatnot? And then she ran into that was it Jim and
I don't know who else it was.
some other guy.
So he was like, well, let me see what I can do. So he went and he called somebody. And not only did he get a room, we got to catch up on our thing.
Down
No.
or up?
No, the other way. It was where it was, and we need to. So he not only did he get us a room that was available at that time, he also got us the pool view where you could also see the Tower of Terror, Swan and Dolphin, in the back of Rock and Roller Coaster. So again, it all depends on your cast member. The first one we went to, she seemed a little bit more irritated that I was asking and stuff, where this one went out of his way. He knew who to call, and then they were able to get us a room. So you always got to remember, if you don't get what you think you should get, you could always call again or talk to somebody else.
You can recognize a grumpy cast member when they're having a bad day
Yeah.
or whatever, which is fine. You're not going to talk them into being nice, I don't think.
Right.
But
Everyone
it
has
doesn't
bad
stop
days.
you from approaching another cast member who might be having an awesome day, who wants to help you, and who realizes the situation that half for 75% of the hotel is empty anyways. Why not? Why not accommodate the people that are staying there to the maximum that you possibly can? And this guy had the right attitude, and we weren't looking for freebies or anything like that. We just
No.
saying, hey, is there any chance of this or that or whatever?
At that point, we
And-
just wanted to go in our room and crash.
Yeah.
And
And he gave us the best view that we've had at the boardwalk. Probably ever.
the room was ready, so that was our priority. And then obviously, if we could get a better view, but
Exactly.
we at that point we were just like, can they just get the rooms we can go
But
in?
he asked the actual guy in charge of housekeeping
Yeah,
and whatnot.
yeah.
So he was able to hook us up with
Yeah,
that room for the whole 2 weeks.
yeah,
So that was awesome. Welcome in, Walt.
yeah. You're welcome,
Melissa.
Walt. And then Noah as well.
We had
Good
awesome
morning.
times. We had multiple times when we were with Walt and Melissa, and even more times with Walt when he went on the rides with us at Universal Studios, which was awesome. We got to ride Hagrid's with them and did Universal. That was fun.
Yes, that was fun. The kids had a lot of time, a fun time with.
Meredith, say hi to everybody for us. Thanks.
Yes.
We're off to Toy Story Land. We had fun. That's the first time riding we rode the flying saucers, the
Yeah.
swirling saucers.
Yeah. Oh,
And that was actually more peppy than you'd think, because that was a fun ride. James Ryan's here.
He's from Rock and Roller Coaster.
Hey.
We heard you riding with Ron.
Welcome in. You missed
that-
Avery. He already came downstairs asking
Asking
what's
for
for
lunch.
lunch and when we're going grocery shopping. So.
Yeah, you missed it. Oh, that was so funny. But yeah, so the kids had a lot of fun. We rode. I'm just thinking of the rides that we rode with people. We did.
Later, Wendy Luhu.
Have a good day. We had a what was it? We did Universal Studios, right? So we rode with the DePhilly crew on Popeyes.
We did a bunch of rides with them. We did
I know.
Jurassic Park. We did Dudley Do Right with them. Did
The Popeye.
Popeyes, which was drenching.
Oh my
Which was
god!
so fun. It was.
I
funny,
hope they
though.
gotta
It was-
release the video.
It was fun. Yeah, supposedly they got some good footage on their vid, so keep
Ron
an eye
had
out
the
for them.
GoPro harness where
Yeah.
I had just my cell phone camera, and I'm trying to get away from all the water.
Yeah.
So I know my video is going to be horrid, but I'm sure his is going to be great. Walt is in Epcot.
Hi from Epcot. Yes, we wish we were back in Epcot.
Yes.
That
And
was
then
such a
I'm trying to think of what else.
Good time.
Oh, so Noah just says they got the Cheshire Cat tail back at Magic Kingdom at
the
a new
new
location, Starlight Cafe. Really?
Hey.
Because the Cheshire Cat tail place was not open.
Right. It was not open.
And we did not see that because we looked at the mobile ordering for the Starlight Cafe and we didn't see a dessert. They weren't showing it. Remember, they only had like 4 items. Even the picture
Well, you were
outside
looking for
the
your
building.
chicken. You couldn't find your chicken, so you gave up right after you didn't.
Sure, I guess
they didn't
so,
have your
yeah.
rotisserie chicken.
And
so.
then also the Pinocchio. My number
Pinocchio.
for rides is I've got a scoot. That's great that he gets to ride that. Good morning, Myers and the Mouse.
Awesome. Yeah, have
Good
fun.
morning, Mama Mouse. Yeah, so we noticed there was a lot of places that weren't open food-wise. And they were more like the carts.
And stuff like that. The little places.
Yeah, the little places, like the little Cheshire Cat tail. That's a small booth that wasn't open.
And the main places that were open were limited menus.
Yeah.
It's like Pinocchio. Avery's favorite thing is the chicken parm sandwich.
Yeah,
They did not have
we
that.
didn't have it.
They didn't have the rotisserie chicken at the Starlight Cafe.
Right,
They did not
right.
have that.
A
had
lot of the
burgers,
menus were
they had-
limited.
Yeah, they had burgers and chicken. Was a lot of them. Was
Yeah.
burgers and chicken.
Right. Well, like
You know.
the chicken strips, not the rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the places that you would normally go because they would have like maybe 3 different options.
Mama Mouse.
Might only
happy
have-
birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Might only have one option, like as in like burgers, cheeseburgers type things versus rotisserie chicken and some salads and burgers. They would just have the burgers. So menus were limited. I mean, obviously Epcot, you have the food festival, so
We tried
that
pretty much.
is
We tried so much stuff there. That
you
was
can't
awesome.
complain about Epcot and the food there.
I'm not complaining about
No,
anything.
no, no.
about
I'm
the
just
trip.
saying, Magic Kingdom though we did notice. Tortugas was closed, but Pesos Bills was open. I'm trying to think of what else. The Friars Nook was closed, but the ice cream right next to it, Storybook ice cream, was open.
Yeah.
A lot of the carts, the cheeseburger egg roll carts that are usually like in Adventureland, was closed.
Yeah.
A lot of the ice cream carts were closed. They still had them, but they were further apart than so they still, you could see them there, but they're all covered up, so
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom, I mean, we were able to eat in Magic Kingdom, but it wasn't at our typical places, but it did force us to eat at the Liberty Tree Tavern.
Yeah,
Which
we
was
had made reservations, which I hadn't
amazing.
eaten there in a long time.
Yeah.
Just because we usually do other options there.
Right. Plus, it's usually a character thing.
But it was awesome. Liberty Tree Tavern, highly recommend it. It had awesome food, all you can eat. They'll bring you more and more, and they have a great dessert, and it's definitely reasonable with the price that for what you get for the price. It's so much.
Right.
It's,
They didn't
it's
have
good value.
characters there. It wasn't a character meet and greet, but the food was excellent. We all ate very well, and we all loved everything that we ate.
Overall, our trip this year, I say, was definitely worth still going.
Mm-hmm.
It was different. It forced us to do the parks in one take. Not obviously you can't park hop, so we weren't able to go in the morning, take a break, and then go back at night. It was more like waking up a little bit late, going in the park from like 10 to 5, and then leaving the park a little bit early.
Yeah.
Unless we were there till 7, whatever.
Right.
But we weren't able to go back to the room, take a break, replenish the drinks in our bags or whatever,
Right.
which we would usually do in a trip, and then go back and stay till like late in the day. The favorite part of the trip, except for Epcot, was taken away because parts of the Animal Kingdom, we closed at like 6. Hollywood Studios closed at 8. Magic Kingdom closed at 7. So none of those you're seeing after dark.
Right.
So one of our favorite things to do every year is, especially at nighttime, from like 7 to 10 or 7 to midnight, is like that's our favorite time walking around the parks because it's cooler, it's more breezy. The sun sets and the colors of the sky make it
and the lighting
such a pretty,
of the different
pretty parks
rides and stuff like that.
And that was taken away from us for this trip.
Yeah.
Not in Epcot though. We spent a lot of nights in Epcot. If you guys saw our streams and whatnot from Epcot, that was so awesome.
Yeah. So our Universal days, we would book Epcot
at
that
night
day and then we would go in there after
Universal. Yeah, and we were able to do Universal 3 times this trip, which was great.
Yep.
And we got on Hagrid's twice.
Yeah.
Hagrid's is probably one of my most favorite rides now in Orlando.
It's
Never
intense.
mind Universal, and I'm talking Disney too. Hagrid's is an awesome ride.
Yeah.
I like Hagrid's better than Rise. I like Hagrid's better than Rise of the Resistance. Actually, I like Flight of Passage better than Rise of the Resistance too.
Really?
For feeling and for immersion and how it makes you feel and it brings you into the ride. I liked it. I do like, don't get me wrong, I like my Splash Mountains and Thunder Mountains and that type of thing too. But Rise of the Resistance, I liked it. There's a lot of technical stuff going on. There's a couple of places where there's a wow factor, like when you go into the Star Destroyer for the first time, that's a wow factor.
That definitely
or when you're in the drop, that's a wow factor. When you get lifted up in front of the AT-AT and there's people in the cockpit.
Too. Yeah,
there's cool parts in that ride.
Yeah,
but there's also the reality of it is you're in this big car still.
Yeah,
it's not like you're on a roller coaster. It's not like you're on a simulator or anything like that. You're in this big car that is limited to what it can do for your feelings and whatnot. Make you
Right.
feel like you're in the ride.
And also, there was a lot of spots where you're just going past
Down corridors or whatever.
corridors,
With no.
which
Yeah.
it's inside. It's a corridor. Maybe it's a corridor of a spaceship.
Well, you're
but it didn't
in,
look any
you're in a
special.
you're in a
special.
spaceship. You're in a
I know, but
Star
there wasn't
Destroyer,
like
but-
anything majorly special.
In
So
those,
I
yeah.
felt like there was a lot of time where we were in the corridors, and it was like I'm looking to see what is there to see because all I'm seeing is a hallway. You know what I'm saying?
in between the features of the
Um,
ride, I guess.
Yeah. The other thing is that I think also affected my reaction to Rise is that we watched tons of the videos when it first opened.
Yeah, Amy's just saying that. Don't watch videos before going on Rise
Exactly.
of Resistance. It'll tone it down for you.
It
like
did.
probably did for
so
us.
that's what happened with me was because I saw it and I, watched I don't know how many videos. When I went on it, I was like, oh yeah, that's what they showed me. That's what it was. Like, like it did do anything. Where Hagrid's, me and Sophie didn't watch anything for Hagrid's. So we were floored when the thing goes up and there's no track.
You say hi
And
to
then you go
Caitlin?
backwards.
Welcome in,
Yeah, she
Caitlin.
was actually the first one in.
Okay.
And
Sorry.
then also when the coaster drops, like we didn't expect that. So me and Sophie were floored about Hagrid's. We were amazed. I had much more of a reaction to Hagrid's than I did Rise. But again, I also think it's because of what we saw.
Disney Dan's in
Yeah.
here. Thank the Phoenicians. It's Charlie Nation. And Charlie's wearing his Thank the Phoenicians hat. That's right. If you can read this, thank the Phoenicians. Thanks for stopping in, Dan. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So my advice and what I'm going to do going forward is when there's a new ride released,
But this was a year away. I
I
couldn't go
know,
a year
I
without
know.
watching some footage.
but I know it totally affected me. So I will not.
I don't have the willpower
Did
of
you
Steve.
buy get two for Universal?
No, we have annual passes.
Yeah, we got the annual passes.
Yeah.
So
And the annual passes we bought, we activated them in August. They're good till next October.
Yeah,
So,
so
they
we'll
added.
get
I
another
got
trip
the
out of
extra.
it.
You get the extra 3 months out of them. So
Yeah.
it's good.
yeah.
That'd
The
be cool.
other thing is that as a first, well, there's a couple. So we talked about Rise, and we talked about Hagrid's a little bit. So Runaway Railroad, I also watched videos of that. I thought it was okay.
That one was fine to watch the videos because that didn't affect the
Well, I knew what
the
to
way
expect.
that it came across, and like, yeah, you knew it was a thing, but I mean, when you're in that ride, I wasn't feeling like, oh, the video ruined it.
There's so much to see.
And the colors are so vibrant and so much going on.
You feel like you're missing stuff.
It was awesome
yeah.
ride. It was
So
good.
so that was a good ride. We went on that quite a few times.
We went 4 times, right? Because we got
we did all 4 cars, or
no,
there was
everyone
one
but
that
the
we
third.
didn't.
The
Yeah.
third one didn't do good, but we did the back one twice.
And then the other thing that was new was for Sophie was the Mummy at Universal Studios.
That was cool,
Is that
too.
Universal or
Yeah.
Islands of Adventure?
The original Universal. Yeah.
So she never been on it. Avery rode it when he was really small, so I'm pretty sure he didn't even remember it.
Yeah.
So
we
we rode that
so,
twice.
Yeah, that was good.
It is a rough ride. You get slammed, and I don't know if I still have the thing. I probably don't. But me and Avery got scraped up, and
a little bit. Yeah.
a piece of his snake got taken by the mummy.
It was sacrificed the mummy. He lost the last 2 pieces of his snake.
But
on the ride itself.
he already fixed it. He showed me it this morning.
Yeah, so he's replaced it. We got replacement parts for his snake. So
Yeah, we got to.
Yeah.
So the mummy was pretty cool, and it was great that the kids were able to ride that with us. The first time, me and Sophie were like, we weren't too sure, but once we got through it, we're like, okay, now that we know what to expect, the next time we ride it, we can actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
So that was good. I'm trying to think of what else.
Falcon.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
We did
right.
the Falcon for the first time too this trip.
Yes.
So we did Galaxy's Edge for the first time. So
Mhm.
everything in there we did for the first time this trip.
Yeah.
I was a pilot like 4 times because
Yeah.
these guys didn't want to. They wanted to shoot stuff and
Jim
fix stuff.
was a pilot with you.
I piloted with Jim. I piloted it with Marcus. I
Marcus.
piloted it with Sarah. I mean Sophie. And then I piloted it by myself.
Yeah.
Doing the 2 things.
Yeah.
Because these guys wanted to shoot stuff again.
Oh, I knew I wouldn't be able to handle it being in the front seat
Yeah.
in the video, so I knew I couldn't do it. Avery loved being the gunner, so he was the gunner every time. I was the gunner once, and then after that, I was engineer, and I did engineer the rest of the time. Sophie did gunner once, and then she was engineer as well.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Doing that, I enjoyed that, and it's more like it's just the atmosphere and the energy, because you're trying to steer and you got to press the buttons and you're hearing all this stuff and you get the guy yelling at you, engineer, left engineer, do this.
Yeah.
You know that. So it's like there's a high energy, so it's super fun, and it's more just on how everyone's reacting, and like we're yelling at each other. Hey, we shoot, you gotta shoot faster, that type of thing.
Myers and the Mouse. Yes, the pilot is super stressful because everybody's yelling at you.
I know.
And then anything smashes, and then they make you purposely smash and
It says put the brakes on.
Nothing you did wrong, and yet they're still yelling at you. It's like, come on. I was like, first of all, put on the brakes. There are no brakes. There's no flashing buttons for brakes. There's nothing to do for the brakes. So I'm saying, like, what am I supposed to do? And then they're yelling at me.
So that ride's fun just because of the interaction and us, it's just the atmosphere and stuff. So we had a lot of fun with that. I
did get the question. Now that we've been to Galaxy's Edge, okay, I did get the question saying, which of the 3 lands immerse you better, did you like better? Out of Galaxy's Edge, out of the Avatar land, what's it called? Pandora, or the Harry Potter land in Universal. There's 2 lands, I guess, but you count them as one.
Yeah.
I still like Universal better. I still like
Harry
the way
Potter.
that they immerse you in it, but just like the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They immerse you in the movies. They have awesome rides. They have awesome stores. It's just like you're a kid at Hogwarts going into that land. So that's still my favorite. Obviously Star Wars is next because it's a very good land. It still brings you in, and it has stores. There's less. I don't know if it was just because of the time period we were there.
Galaxy's Edge you're talking about?
Galaxy's Edge, yeah. It's less theming as in immersion with characters bringing you into it.
There's no stormtroopers walking around. There was no characters walking around, but that's
because
of the era.
There's stormtroopers on top.
Everyone's telling you how stormtroopers.
Chewie and Rey, and then the blue-haired girl doing their thing, which is still far away, and they're not getting
the
close.
Stores.
It's kind of like
the stores are extremely small to the point where you can stand outside the store.
Some of the stores.
And you can see everything that's there. You don't even have to walk in. That's how small it is. It's
Sophie
almost like
saying,
just a little code.
You don't even have to go in the store. You can browse from here.
Right.
And I was like, okay, yeah, she had a point.
We're going to welcome in Healthy Living with Miss Renee
the barber.
Good morning. Thanks for popping
Welcome in. Thank you.
So
if you guys want to, please hit the like and subscribe button. That'll be great. So that way you don't miss a thing.
Yeah.
I have to start doing that because
I know we don't
forget it, and
we don't.
Our numbers just keep on going down and down because people.
Well, we don't.
People are realizing that we are utter failures.
Oh my god. So when I was in Galaxy's Edge, I kind of was like, I felt like I was missing stuff because I felt like there wasn't a lot.
You were.
So
I felt like she was promised wandering aliens and wandering beasts and big animals and stuff like that.
Well,
and
personally,
spaceships taking off.
I feel that's what it should be.
Things like that.
If you're on a planet,
if you're expecting that,
if you're on
then
a
you're disappointed.
planet,
yeah.
And stuff, where are the people that live on the planet, or the aliens, or whatever beast or being?
The workers.
The workers were human beings. They were just like me and you, and it wasn't even special outfits,
they
really.
Were galaxy beings.
No.
Galaxy's Edge beings. On
So-
the edge of the galaxy.
So I feel that I did not feel immersed in Galaxy's Edge because of that. It was just as if you just went to a land like Toy Story Land and you just have normal people working there. There was nothing special. And before Galaxy's Edge,
We're
you
gonna get people
had
mad at you now.
we have Star Wars, we had Chewie, we had Kylo Ren, we had BB-8, we had who else? The stormtroopers walking around. So we already had those people before Galaxy's Edge existed.
Oh, we're at the launch.
So I
day.
feel that if you're gonna make a land and it's gonna be like, I don't know, whatever planet you're gonna do,
They should have had more.
you
droids
need
and
stuff.
stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Should have
but
more
you need
droids
stuff.
and alien creatures. And
I
stuff
mean, they
like that.
did have a spaceship here or a spaceship there.
And they had the noises of ships taking off.
Sometimes, if you hit it right, you would hear a noise and stuff like that. But there wasn't. I wasn't
but
immersed.
We also got to realize that we went down there in the middle of COVID.
I know, but they still.
Everything is cut. All
They still do not
budgets are
have-
cut and stuff like that. But yeah, they didn't have
They
it when
didn't
other
have-
people were
I'm
down there. We
sorry.
didn't see videos from
No.
other people having it.
And
so.
then we try to get a picture with the whole Baby Yoda put in and the person screwed
They
up.
messed up, man.
we
we
didn't
have us
even have
staring at
that.
a wall,
We're
or they
staring at a
totally
wall.
didn't even. They separated us to put the Baby Yoda in the middle of us, and that picture wasn't even scanned. Wasn't even put
Yeah.
into our thing, so that was totally missing. And then the other ones were walking at the side of the wall, and there's nothing there.
There's
It's just
nothing
a
there.
wall.
She
So
messed up. The
She
person messed up.
totally messed up.
So yeah, so I felt like when I was walking around Galaxy's Edge, I felt like we must be missing something. So I was like, okay, I want to start here and I want to see everything that's in there because I feel like I was missing something and there was nothing to be found other than a ship here or there which you can get a photo in front of. It was pretty cool to see the Millennium Falcon.
So they're getting the impression that we were a bit disappointed in your trip. We weren't disappointed at all.
No.
We had an awesome trip.
No, we did have a great trip.
It's just that this picky pants is tearing stuff down because I don't know why, but we did.
Oh no,
have an
you brought
awesome
up
trip.
you brought up the
Which-
what do you feel more immersed? Harry Potter, Galaxy's Edge, or Pandora?
Yeah.
So
And
we
then you
feel
started
Harry Potter.
Then you started trashing Star Wars.
Well, no, I was given the reason why I was picking Harry Potter over Galaxy's Edge, and then Pandora.
So still, were you happy with Galaxy's Edge?
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay. I mean, it's cool to do the two rides.
And you got to remember
I would never buy the colored milk
It was
again.
Galaxy's Edge Light. Some places were closed because
Right.
of the COVID
True,
thing. So
true.
this is our first time experiencing Galaxy's Edge, and it was Galaxy's Edge Light.
You're right.
And
We
you gotta
didn't
think
have queues.
There was no sense. There was
Pre-shows.
no people gathering at entrances. There was none of that stuff. None of the
Yeah.
hype. None of that stuff. And it was not very crowded. It was, it was mid-August in
Right.
the dead of heat. So that's where we're coming from.
right.
So we weren't
There was
disappointed
not a
in
lot
it.
of shade
It's just,
there either. I kind of feel.
We were exposed to Galaxy's Edge
Right.
Light. That's
right,
the
right,
way I
right.
look at
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. So get out of your mood.
I'm
And
not
she's had
in a
3
mood.
hours of sleep, and she's had a
I've
headache.
had a massive
So
headache.
please, we are not trashing the trip at all.
Okay.
We had an awesome trip.
We're gonna welcome in Dougie.
Dougie, welcome in. Apologies for
All
being
right,
late.
so I know people always call me negative, but Galaxy Edge is a huge missed opportunity. All that space and little worthwhile. There you go.
There you go. Oh,
I second that,
You're siding with Dougie, who is like Mr. Negative on the planet.
All right. So Eric wants to know how much
Oh,
driving I
boy.
did. So on the way down to Florida, I drove halfway through North Carolina and through South Carolina. So
How
it
do
was
you-
like
why-
what? Was it 2 hours? How
What are you
long
ta-
did
what are
I
you talking about?
drive?
You lost me. Oh, on the way down.
Yeah, how many
Yeah,
hours
like
did you
2
think? I
hours,
think I
yeah.
drove like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then on the way back, I didn't have to because Charlie was awake and fine. So, good morning, Piglet loves Disney. I said that wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. man.
Piglet Drew loves Disney. Good morning. Oh, okay. So Disney's with Goofy says that.
Piglet
I
Room.
also believe that they had more plans, but that we don't go that way. I know. So that's the thing. I mean, we can only
Yeah,
go
but
off
then
of
it
what
got
we
moved.
saw.
Yeah.
And
They were
like-
supposed to have drones, I think, drones taking off of X-wing fighters and stuff taking off periodically, and you're supposed to be able to see that stuff.
Yeah.
And
See
they were
that I
supposed to have
think would be
different
totally
creatures
different.
walking around the land. That was
See, that's the
supposed
thing.
to be.
Well,
Again,
even
that's
their
why-
little model shows that.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think when it first opened, there was a big stink about it not being as well received as it was supposed to be. It
Oh.
wasn't as big, so that's why they did some budget cuts with all these extra things, cutting them out or whatever.
Oh,
And then COVID happened.
you're right.
So
Yeah.
so it is, again, it's Galaxy's Edge Light.
Yeah.
I'm calling it.
And then for Pandora, I have not watched the Avatar movie. I watched the animated cartoon
That's
version.
totally different things.
I have
Totally
not-
different things. You're
I
talking
haven't
apples and
watched. I
oranges.
haven't watched the Avatar with the blue people in it. I've only gone on the ride, which the ride is amazing. So when I walk through Pandora, I don't know what it all means. Like there's so many different. Plants.
You're in Pandora.
I know, but
That's their planet.
and
And they're
there's.
blue people that are nature
I know, but they have
people.
like some artwork. Then they have this metal thing that people can walk in, and so I don't know what that means and what that represents. So I feel that I can't really speak about Pandora
the metal
because
thing
I
were
don't.
the bad guys trying to take over the planet for their
Okay, see,
resources.
So because
I
I
didn't
haven't,
watch Avatar, but I've
I don't know.
seen enough where that's pretty much.
Yes, yeah, I haven't seen anything with it. So so that's why I can't really comment on Pandora.
It's like a
Other than the
modern day
fact-
version of the Smurfs. Okay, the bad guys are Gargamel, the good guys are the Smurfs. They're trying to protect their little land, and they ride banshees.
Okay. But the Flight of the Banshee or Flight of
That was
Passage
awesome.
is awesome.
And there was no wait. There was like 5-minute waits. There was a walk on pretty much. Every
One time
we
they
were
asked
there,
if we wanted to go back
they
on,
asked
loop
to go back
around.
on. That was
Yeah, that was
It was like
amazing.
Wednesday. They asked us to go back.
I will say that the Flight of Passage, I know, like, because we've been on it so many times, we know when it's about to end. I don't want it to end. I always say, don't end. I don't want it to end. So that ride is still amazing to me. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it. That is a must do ride. But I do want to watch the
it's-
movie to kind of make a more of a
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah, Caitlin, I think it is an unpopular opinion. I don't think many people want. There's cool parts of that backlot studio tour that we really like, the Catastrophe Canyon
I like
and
that.
some of that tour stuff.
Yeah, I
I
did
liked
enjoy
it.
some of the tour. Yeah,
And I
did
remember
too.
that. It used to be fun. And but there are some of the parts that were dead boring too.
Yeah. Mama
Uh,
Mouse says that we need to watch the movie. I will have to definitely.
It's
watch
3
it.
hours. It's
I know.
like 3.5 hours long.
It's a
I
documentary
think.
of Pandora people.
And every time they redo it, they add another half hour. It's like-
Yeah. So
we'll have to
I'm trying-
watch it
I was
sometime.
gonna say something, but I can't remember what I was gonna say.
We'll get the cliff notes for it. Is there like a half-hour version, like half-hour YouTube version that we can watch that sums it all up? That would be.
Yeah. So I think overall, I'm glad we went.
We're definitely
Um,
glad we went. It was like definitely, especially our Epcot days and our Epcot nights. That was awesome.
Yeah. I got a
So much fun.
quarantine from I'm not allowed to go into my work building for 2 weeks. So I got a quarantine. I'm being forced to quarantine from work.
I got tests tomorrow morning,
Um,
9:55, 8:55. I got to go down there. They're gonna stick something, drill in my brain, and then I get tested and hopefully know my results by Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, if he's got it, then the rest of us have it. So
I ain't
If you-
got
if you don't
squat.
have it,
if
we
I
don't
got
have
it,
it.
then it's like the wimpiest thing on the planet because
Yeah.
I don't even feel like I
right.
have
Well,
anything,
there's people
so.
that don't have any symptoms, but they have it. But anyways, Mama Mouse is like, no, Smurfs, oh dear. That's so funny. We have to watch it. Me and the kids haven't watched it either, so that's definitely something we'll have to do. So it's past 12. I know Walt is in Epcot. I think today he's probably
Ooh.
live.
They'll probably go live at some point. Yeah.
The
if
COVID
they
test
haven't
awful
already.
for sensory person. I'm sure that must be horrible. I can't imagine. We would have to have a whole team to hold Avery down to do it. So there's absolutely no way that would be possible for Avery. So I feel for you and all the people that have, the sensory.
Yeah, issues.
So,
It's gonna be tough.
but I think I want to go lay down for a nap.
We've blabbered enough for today.
I know.
And
So
we were all over the place too.
So what did you think of our box?
It was
This
fair.
is we opened up.
Nothing that gave me any like goosebumps or anything, but
No, but I think
you liked it.
I like this. I think one of them I'm gonna want to frame. I'm gonna want to frame the Gideon and the Longfellow for Avery's room, or I'm gonna just hang it up on the wall.
Sounds
but-
good.
We've kind of unpacked everything. But I think I need to take a nap. My head is still.
Wednesday, we gotta confirm one
Oh.
more. We have to confirm with
Yes.
someone, but we might have a special guest Wednesday.
Yeah, a new guest.
A new guest that's never been on our show before.
Yeah.
We're hoping that they're still gonna be on the
Able
show.
to. Yeah.
So we're gonna confirm that, and you guys, as soon as I confirm it, you guys will see the thumbnail. So join us Wednesday at 7 p.m. for our Not Quite Ready for Primetime show.
Yes.
And if they can't make it, then we'll make it work with
we can
someone
we can find
cooler.
somebody else to do it. Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. Anyways. And then probably next Sunday, maybe we'll do the
The
loop.
hall.
The
Yeah.
hall.
Yeah. I told everyone, don't
The
touch our stuff. We
hall.
gotta do something. So
And we got some good stuff this time. Well, good stuff for us. So.
yeah, we're excited.
Chris Ryback, welcome in.
Come
Get
on
some
in.
rest. It's a tough ride. Yeah. so
Yeah.
we're so much happier. The trip back was only 18 hours and 20 minutes. The trip down was over 21.
Yeah.
So with them traffic and stuff like that. So it's a big difference. It's still a tough ride. You still get even my hands just gripping different places on the steering wheel. They got sore after a while. It's like,
Yeah.
really? My hands are sore from gripping the steering wheel.
Well, I
So-
don't know. Some of the traffic, well, not the traffic, but the way
Start
people are
getting old.
driving is like death grip.
Some of those things between the Jersey barriers, I mean, they make it so that way if you take a breath, you're touching them.
Oh,
You know,
it's
your
good,
car expands that much,
I know.
and then you're scraping that. So are we done?
We're done. I think I'm gonna have to go lay down and take a nap. So you can deal with.
Thank
Avery
you
at
everyone for
lunch.
tuning in this morning. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we appreciate it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe button and tell all your friends.
And we're gonna have lots of videos from our trip.
Lie to your friends. Tell them that we're so awesome and that we're worth watching. And that we're not boring at all. You know.
Oh, we're kind of like we're not hungover, but it's kind of like I feel hungover
We're
in a way.
tired.
Yeah, I'm definitely overtired. So
Yes, but thank you for stopping by.
yes,
everybody,
thank you
today.
everybody and all your support and for watching.
We weren't even sure we were going to go live this morning until
I
like
know.
2 hours ago. So
I know. We survived. We came up with the show in 2 hours.
Eric, welcome
and we
in.
survived.
Just in time for us to say goodbye.
He has been in.
Has he been in?
He has been in. All the people that you just said welcome in, they have been in. We already welcomed them.
That's
in.
how tired, I guess. I
That's how
must be.
tired we are. So
I
we
apologize.
apologize.
I'm sorry.
But all right, so we're gonna
Hey,
see.
Amy, welcome. I'm
No, you
kidding.
know
I'm
what
kidding.
you're
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So we're gonna start. I think it might take me a few days, but I'm gonna start getting back into the chats and trying to catch up on everyone's channel. I haven't been able to watch anything just because we've just been busy and on the go. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping to recap, and if anything major has gone on, just message us, catch
Yeah.
us up
Don't
on
forget to check
anything
each
major.
other's channels out. You know,
Yes.
we got a brought to you housekeeping. Brought to you by Red Wigglers, the Cadillac of Worms. Don't forget to check out Tina on Wednesdays at 5.
Yeah.
Amy Wednesdays at 6.
AJCT Magic,
Us at 7. We got
D&J.
D&G Explorers at 8 on Wednesdays. We got the This and That crew at 9 on Wednesdays. You got Walt and Melissa on Tuesdays. You got Jim on Tuesdays at 7. Walt and Melissa are at 8. You also got, Steve on Mondays and Meg on Mondays at 8 and 9. You got the Philly crew at Thursdays at 9. You got a bunch of people, awesome people,
I know.
all the time. Go check out Dean at the Live Place. He lists them all. Is the TV guide of
Yeah.
family-friendly
Yeah,
live
I gotta
streams.
make a list. I gotta start making a list of everybody.
Everybody.
Welcome in RV weekends. Thank you
Yeah.
for welcoming us home. We are going to actually log off now. I think I need to take a nap. So, and kind of just catch up on sleep and try to sleep this headache off. But thank you everyone for coming in, and we will see you.
Hey,
In
you
the
were on
chats.
vacation. Exactly. We were on
Yeah,
vacation.
yeah.
So. But thank you
Okay.
guys. And we'll see you hopefully Wednesday.
So
Wednesday at 7. Don't forget to do your duty.
it's a big duty. Bye. Oh, and Donna's cooking 2 p.m. today. I most likely will be sleeping through that. I'm sorry.
Donna, that's right. Sunday. We got Donna
Yes,
today. We got
yes.
Pete McDevitt tonight.
Yeah.
And
We got to make a list at this point.
we'll see you guys later.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Good night. Good night.